respect in different countries and trade, of course,
especially
that Africa is looking towards integration economically.
Yes.
Let's say the parliament itself comes up with a law that says abolish capital punishment.
For Botswana, for
and
instance.
Then it says maybe let people who wants to marry from the same gender be allowed throughout the region. How do you think other countries are going to react? Let's take Botswana, for example.
It's going to be interesting. And, you know, as I was also just reading up on this, these are things that came up. And I realized that we need to be ready to be adaptable. We need to understand that inclusion and functioning within a regional platform is different from functioning within our own state, within Botswana itself. So it's important that we understand what this means for Botswana, and we should allow ourselves the grace to learn. I think it's also important to appreciate some of the laws that are already in place. For instance, we've got the SADC Protocol on Gender and Development. That has been going on since 2008. Have we really rolled it out? Have we localized some of those protocols? And that's where the SADC Parliament is key, because it serves as an oversight to make sure that countries, member states, are actually living up to things that they sign at a regional level.
Now, as a lawyer, what do you expect their teeth to lie? What would be something that makes them comfortable that what we suggest is going to be enforced? What can make them, as some people say, have teeth?
I've learned, and I was gleaning at the European Union and how they've functioned over the years. Every member state is bound by the code. The European laws apply to every European citizen and resident. And what they've done is they've separated powers. So you have the European Union, then is the partnership. You have the European Council. That is like now the enforcer, the one that sets the strategic course for laws and ensures that we have the European courts, in fact, where if there are certain statutory breaches, human rights violations, and maybe within your country you don't feel vindicated, you can escalate. I think we also need to start seriously thinking about making sure that it's not just the parliament that's there to discuss issues around civil policies, etc. We want to ensure that these other enforcement councils and committees that will drive and ensure enforceability of these laws and protocols.
Does that mean that we have to look forward to quite a lot of public, information coming from the SADC to individual member countries so that they are more updated on what is going to be happening and what is going to be expected of them to make good use of the parliament itself?
Absolutely. I'm hoping that also, remember, those protocols are signed at a regional level. What then needs to happen is ratification of those protocols into law within member states. So if Botswana is a party of that agreement, they need to then take that agreement and pass it into a law that is enforceable within Botswana. And of course, that comes with legal awareness, that comes with capacitated teams, and even those representatives that will go out to represent us within that parliament. So there's quite a lot of work that needs to be done. It is a big elephant to try and eat off, but I think it can be done.
Okay, let's go back to those two examples that I gave earlier. The capital punishment and the rights of people who wants to marry in the same gender. I want us to just go back to that again. If a country insists that we are not going to accept changing the law to allow a woman to marry a woman or a man to marry a man, what recourse do we expect citizens to go for or expect from the SADC Parliament?
I like that question because it still speaks to having oversight bodies out